Welcome to the Art of Listening to Your Body podcast. My name is Jin Ong and I'm your host. I love talking about the mind-body connection and how your physical body manifests your emotional state and how this leads to living a life grounded in values and driven by purpose. Hi there. Let's go into distraction and procrastination today. Lots of people ask me how I get so much stuff done. I definitely have lots of ideas. I don't follow through on all of them. Some of them have failed and some of them have been successful. With all of my ideas, there has been focus, but there's definitely been elements of distraction and procrastination that have crept in. I think we all experience procrastination to differing degrees. I know that I recognize how much it got in the way, and in my mid-20s, I made a choice that if I thought about doing something else later, I would just do it now, because otherwise it would just build up and really frustrate me. And at the end of the day, the things that I would procrastinate over took half the time of whatever I managed to distract myself with. So for those of you who might be struggling with distraction and procrastinating, here's some tips. Work out if that task actually needs to be done. Just because it's still sitting on your list or circulating in your head doesn't mean it's relevant anymore. The other thing you can do is, can you ask someone else to do it? Sometimes this can be a block just to ask for help or search for someone who might be able to help you out. So think about who you can reach out to. This may be someone who does it for free because they love it or they just want to help you out. Or you might want to pay someone for it. For example, I love to help my friends clean up and organize their home. That's if I happen to be at their house, because I know how much space that can open up when the mess is cleared, physically and emotionally. Sometimes tasks can be small. So my example is I really wanted my oven cleaned and it really irritated me how dirty it was. I tried to bribe my husband to do it. I called cleaners, but no one was interested. I think I talked about it lots, and one day I found myself Marie Kondoing a friend's house, and she was so grateful that to give back, she knew how much I wanted my oven cleaned, so she came and cleaned it. I would have paid someone hundreds of dollars to do that job, and it was sitting in the back of my mind, wasting space, and all I should have done is ask for help. Now, I know most things that we avoid doing aren't just like cleaning an oven, but that's the only example that I can think of right now. If you have this thing to do, recognize how it may actually move you forward. Think of the long-term benefits. A couple more tips that may help you is accountability, sharing with a friend or a mentor. I love accountability. Tell someone that you're going to do this task and ask them to follow up on you to make sure that you've done it. Give them a deadline to follow up on you. Because you don't want to disappoint them, you're more likely to get this done. The last thing is get your diary or your phone out and schedule it in. Make an appointment with yourself to get this thing done. We don't tend to book things in unless we have an intention of making it happen. So block out some time. As I said, those tasks often don't take as long as you think. A lot of the time, you just need to move past this because thinking about how much you haven't done, such and such, is a waste of valuable brain space. Get it done and move on. Now, I highly recommend one very funny thing for you to watch, and it may be that you choose to procrastinate and do this. Try and get hold of the first episode of the Black Books. Actually, I think it's the first 2 episodes. It's hilarious. Bernard is doing everything possible to avoid doing his tax, from organising his sock drawer to calling his mum, and then he makes a jacket out of all of his receipts. The thing is that I think we can all relate to this. So stop procrastinating, avoid distraction, and get your stuff done. Thank you for listening to this podcast. If you enjoyed it and want to hear more, please subscribe and share this with your friends. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram. My handle is The Art of Listening to Your Body. If you're interested in getting started with a foundational exercise, head to my website, planningpowerhouse.com, and grab your free core values worksheet.